Yo, and today we're going to be talking about the situation going on in the Ukraine. Many of you guys have heard on the news that Russia is going to invade Ukraine and already has done so. So what they've done is all of the able men from 18 to 65, they were required to stay in Ukraine and fight the war against Russia, and they've allowed all the women and children to flee Ukraine. Now, that's where the key word is. So what we're finding out now is that a lot of videos are surfacing and showing that a lot of the black people who were in Ukraine are having difficulty trying to leave Ukraine. They're like, as soon as they get to the booths for the subway and the trains, they're trying to get out, and all that's happening is they're trying to. Now, when they said that women and children can leave, they didn't mean everybody. They meant white women and their children can leave. But the black women that are there in the Ukraine, they're having difficulty trying to leave. So you see, this situation brings us a lot of questions. Like, why are the black people fleeing Ukraine because of this war? Because they know that they don't want to be under Russian rule. You know, because the Russian rule, a lot of it is racism. Even now, you can see racism shown to and preferences towards the Ukrainian women and the Ukrainian children that are able to leave out before the black women. So the black women and their black children are way at the bottom pole from being able to leave the country. So you see where racism plays a role right here. So that's why black people have to ask the question, what if Russia ruled the world? What if Ukraine was invaded by Russia and then this was just the beginning? Like just was Hitler, it was the same situation. So, y'all, we really need to think about this situation, what's going on here. That you see these microaggressions of racism. Just imagine if Russia ruled the world and took over. Black people are going to have to fight a civil rights movement all over again. We're going to be out there singing that song, "We Shall Overcome." All over again, we're going to be fighting this situation. But anyways, I'm going to share this video of what's going on right now in the Ukraine. You know, so I'm sharing this video right now. Y'all can see this video. We're going to be talking about what's going on right now. Put it a bigger screen for y'all to see. All right.
Black girl go, they're pushing her, they're not letting her go, they're not letting her go. Is it right? Is it right? They're not letting the black girl go. They're not letting the black girl go. They're not letting the black girl go. They're not letting the black girl go.
So y'all just saw this. The black woman was about to get on this platform and they pushed the black woman back with the crowd, and now they're letting this white man into the platform right here. So they're even letting the white man before the black woman. So when they say that, you know, women and children are fleeing, they have stipulations. So y'all see this racism playing.
Black girl go. They're not letting the black girl go.
You see right there, these people, overwhelmingly black, are trying to get on the train, and all the guards here, maybe they're blocking the way. But I don't know why there's a white Ukrainian man over here who seems to be within the age of 16 to 65. He should be, you know, back in Ukraine fighting the war. So I don't know why he's trying to get there before all of these other people are trying to get here. So the black women and their children trying to get on there. And they're trying to fight her from not getting on the train. Even the guards are stopping them.
We don't have arms. We are students. No arms. We are students.
Now, in this situation, they're outside trying to cross the road, and they're trying to keep them from crossing the road to flee from Ukraine. And a lot of these people, black people that are in Ukraine, a lot of them are Nigerians, a lot of them are students that just came there to get their education and to go back to Africa, or maybe go through the process of naturalization and then stay and live and work in the Ukraine. So a lot of them, with their status, they should be back in Africa if everything gets faced like this. So you see how it is. As soon as a real situation pops off, that's where you see the fake people come out. So you see the fake illusion going on.
We are students. We are students.
That lady is right. See, now we have phones to document all this type of nonsense going on. So with them coming to them all armed, trying to keep them back, there's no reason for that because none of them are coming to them armed. So that's why we got these phones now. Thank God for the phone that we can document all this type of nonsense going on.
Why? Yes, why?
What kind of nonsense? What is this?
Man, these people left without taking the blacks.
So in this situation, they're dragging black people from the buses, putting them out so they can make room for other white Ukrainian women and children to get on. How is this fair? Well, let's keep it going.
None of the blacks, man. See. None. Even the black guys that already have kids, they took their kids and their wife and left the niggas behind. Like, everyone is stranded. This is really too bad.
These are the black community here. We are not allowing any black people to enter inside the gates. We are all here. It's only Ukrainians that they are allowing in. Even the ones with kids, they're not allowing them in. Many have been here for days and nobody's asking any questions. Only Ukrainian women and kids they are allowing in through these gates. All the places blocked and all are full of black. From different communities, from different countries. Nobody's talking to us. These are the black community here. We are not allowing any black people to enter inside the gates. We are all here. It's only Ukrainians that they are allowing in. Even the ones with kids, they're not allowing them. Many have been here for days and nobody's asking any questions. Only Ukrainian women and kids they are allowing in through these gates. All the places blocked and all are full of black. From different communities, from different countries. Nobody's talking to us.
So y'all see the video right there. I'm going to go ahead and minimize this so y'all can see. So a lot of people have issues with this. Now, when I was, looking up through the article here of Russia, Russia in theory is supposed to be a democratic state. So it's supposed to be a democratic state, but in practice, they believe that virtually all power should go to Putin. Now, a lot of black people, especially the ones from Africa, they've been experienced with a lot of these, autocratic leaders for their country. That's why they fled their countries to flee away from these autocratic rulers that they stay in for 20, 30 years. Like Putin has been in power for Russia since the early 2000s. So over 2 decades, he's still in power. So this is the type of problem, instability of governance that a lot of Africans have left. And now when they see Russia invading Ukraine, they don't want none of this nonsense. They're trying to get out, but the same people that are in Ukraine are trying to keep them in, and they want to make sure that their own people get out first before people that don't even live there or citizens of there to be stranded there. So you see, this is very racist. You know, when you say women and children, they should have just said only white women and white children first, then everyone else. That's what they're really trying to say. So the reason why, Russia, they said that Putin for the last 20 years has been eroding a lot of the human rights and democratic freedoms in his own country. So if we see Russia taking over, a lot of black people are going to be like, man, this is going to be like civil rights movement all over again. We're going to have 100 years of Jim Crow laws, and we're going to have to fight same oppressors that look like our previous oppressors all over again. So we rather, if there's a war about to pop off, we might as well just fight on the American side, on the European side, to make sure that we don't have to fight another civil rights movement all over again. That's what's going on in the mind of a lot of blacks. They're trying to leave this country, the Ukraine, because they see this Putin as another colonial master trying to come in to recolonize the country and trying to bring all these Jim Crow laws that's even worse than now. You can see these microaggressions with the Ukrainian government already, only letting white women and white children out first. So it's going to be even worse when the Russians come in. So why would they want to stay in that country? And then they're trying to keep them in there. Like, people are trying to run out of there, and they've been there for several days. So this is not just by accident. But yeah, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go back to this live. So I don't know, what do y'all think? How would the world be different if Russia ruled the world? Y'all can leave your comments down below, but I know it's going to be a lot worse for black people. Other than gas prices going up, let's get back to the serious situation that if Russia ruled the world, or if Russia, starts taking over other countries, they know there was the old colonial mentality. They're not trying to give up no power, but y'all just need to think. Think about this situation. The borders, black women, and all the... Anyways, guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. This is William from the Iran with another video. Bye-bye.